That was last week when we signed the deal. Yeah, I couldn't believe it in the beginning, but yeah, I'm really happy at the moment. At the moment, I think I start to realize it a bit more when you see an F1 car, but I think you completely realize it when you are the first time in an F1 car. Then you are, okay, this is it. Well, of course, I will do a lot of training from now on to be prepared for the big step. And yeah, I think the age doesn't really matter. Well, next year I want to be, of course, you want to be fast, but just try to be very consistent, don't make too many mistakes. Well, in the future, of course, I hope to become a world champion.
The car because it's smoking, I think. The engine sounds heavy.
Stop the car, stop the car, stop the car on track. Good job there, Max. Boxing lap. You're closing the gap with the guys ahead, the two Lotus, so keep it like this.
Problem. well, man.
I always enjoy driving a street circuit. You're really on the edge of the car. It's not downforce related. It's more like just moving around with the car, try to feel the grip.
Okay, we think Maldonado's head is struggling, so put pressure on him.
Comes Verstappen.
Down the inside into Max Verstappen on Maldonado side by side. Oh, that's fantastic.
Got it. Good job.
He's going to do it.
He does indeed.
Verstappen goes past as well.
He was being lapped, just caught Bottas by surprise.
Okay, good job, Max. So next one will be Grosjean.
Maybe it's good I stay right bottom because it's easier to overtake.
Agreed, stay there.
Okay, Romain, situation, Vettel behind. Behind them there is Verstappen. Be careful when Vettel pass you.
Okay, very well done, very well done. Keep Verstappen behind now, keep Verstappen behind. The next one they want to try and pass is Grosjean.
This could be why you shouldn't be feeling too comfortable for a while. And Verstappen goes straight into the barrier at Sandevot.
You okay, Max?
I'm okay.
Yeah, it was a big crash, but I think at the end of the day, then you really understand how strong an F1 car is, and I think it even improved myself, because for me it gave me more confidence, because you're always a bit scared to crash or touch a wall or whatever, but now I had a big crash and then it just all gets a bit more relaxed, I think.
as Sergio Perez spinning round, coming together with Pastor Maldonado. A massive lock-up, Nico Hülkenberg. He went into the tyre barrier.
Full safety car now because they're going to have to pack up. Once again he's gone wide. Now he's lost another position. Hamilton having an awful restart.
And that contact with Daniel Ricciardo has really cost him. Now goes Daniel Ricciardo down the inside. Breaks on, he's crashed into another Mercedes.
Puncture
and this time, puncture for Nico Rosberg. Max Verstappen, it is going to be a best finish in his young Formula One career, his 10th race. He comes home to take 4th place.
Yeah, really happy. I mean, P4, I didn't expect that at all. I can't really express my feelings at the moment.
I mean, when it comes to picking up a P4 in this race, and how close could you have been to maybe getting on that podium?
For sure, quite close if I didn't have the front wing damage. But those things happen. I had to serve a drive-through because of that, and at the end to finish P4 is an amazing result.
It was certainly an exhilarating race, wasn't it? Was it like that from your point of view as well?
It was very challenging, very tough, and a lot of action.
How do you go off and sort of pay tribute to what you've done today? Because it's so impressive to be able to do that with a Toro Rosso as well.
I'm very happy. I'm very motivated already for the upcoming races, and we'll keep pushing in the break.
Really great overtaking moves. Talk us through, pick your favourite one of the race.
My favourite one, I think, was outside of Blanchimont. I mean, it's a very tricky corner, so definitely that one.
That feel in an F1? I know you've won here before in Formula 3, but how did it feel overtaking, you say, round the outside of Blanchimont? Can't have been easy, but it must have been fun.
Yeah, it was fun, but at such a speed, it's quite risky, but I was like, okay, I have to go to the front, so I'm going to try it here.
Lights out and away we go. Ricciardo got away well. There's a staller at the back. It looks like the Toro Rosso.
What a shame, because he's been exhilarating, exceptional all weekend, hasn't he, in terms of raw speed. As Verstappen finally gets away.
He is a lap down though, sadly. He's got to start unlapping himself, but he might get the chance a little bit later on. Oh, and that's a contact! Hülkenberg, and coming out of the pits, the Williams, and Hülkenberg is out of this race. I'm not surprised here, Mike. We've actually got the safety car here because there's a lot of debris there that needs brushing away. We also had the crane waiting.
Traction he's got coming onto the bridge.
And he's got a great toe as well, hasn't he, Martin? Downhill braking zone into this turn 14. Grosjean puts the car as wide as he possibly can, but that's a great exit from Verstappen. He might have the inside line now, going into the next big braking zone. Verstappen moves up ahead of Grosjean.
Okay, Max, good job. Still plenty of race ahead.
Did Carlos Sainz allow Verstappen past earlier on in the race?
Okay, we need to swap positions.
He doesn't want to though, does he?
Max, just do it. Okay, Max, you need to let him go now. Swap, please. He needs to have a go. There will be one more lap to go, and Carlos needs a chance to overtake Perez.
It was very exciting, especially after the engine stalled at the start. I thought the race was over, but then I just kept pushing, even when I was one lap behind, and the pace was great afterwards. So, yeah, to be back in the points, I didn't believe that, but at the end it's just an amazing result.
How physically demanding was it out there for you?
It was quite tough, quite warm.
We heard the team on the radio at the end telling you to let your teammate through. You gave them a pretty clear no. Why did you not let him through?
I mean, I was one lap behind, and then at the end I come back as a leading car, and I was chasing the guys in front of me, so for me there was no reason to let him go by.
Do you know why they asked you to let him go?
I don't know, I still have to speak to the team.
How much trouble are you going to be in?
I don't know, I'm very happy with my position. It was a lot of fun, but also a little bit frustrating in the beginning because I got stuck behind Nasser. I saw the cars in front of me pulling away, while I knew the car was really good. Only on the straights it was very difficult to get past. But then after the first pit stop, we got past the Sauber. Then we got stuck behind Kvyat and Fernando. But from there on, kept pushing. In the end, I got Fernando, and from there on, it was, I think, quite a good race.
Pulling off some great moves. Some attempts around the outside of 130R, down at the Casio Triangle, down at turn 1. Which was your favourite?
My favourite? I quite enjoyed with Fernando. I mean, he's a world champion, and you could see, he was preparing himself very well all the time out of the last corner, so it was very difficult for me to get past. And then once he missed a bit the chicane, so I had a good exit, but then still, you have to pull off the move in turn 1.
lights out, and away we go. It's going to be two Mercedes going wheel to wheel into the first turn. Verstappen into the inside in about 7. On board with Kimi Räikkönen at the moment. Räikkönen has Verstappen just ahead of him. Verstappen's using his DRS. Räikkönen's using his DRS. Sebastian Vettel just ahead. They almost touch. Räikkönen and Verstappen. They got very close indeed. Somehow Verstappen manages to just stay ahead.
And the guy keeps pushing me off the circuit every time when I'm next to him. So if that's legal, then I will do the same next to him.
Understood. We're checking with Charlie.
And Verstappen might have a little go into the left-hander here. He does. Pulls down into the inside. Sebastian Vettel has to yield as Max Verstappen in the Toro Rosso now gets past the Ferrari. Max Verstappen on Danny Kvyat. I was going to say the Red Bull, very much more suited to it than the Ferrari, but the Toro Rosso is not too shabby either. That's another super move from Max Verstappen. Ricardo is losing out a bit here. Verstappen has managed to get past him. Nico Rosberg behind Max Verstappen. He's down into 4th place. So he's going to be behind Rosberg though as the Mercedes pulls out and gets past that Toro Rosso. And there goes Danny Kvyat. And Kvyat has gone into the Armco coming out of the penultimate corner. Pulling out Sebastian Vettel on Max Verstappen. What an effort. Equalled his best ever finish in Formula 1.
Another phenomenal race, 4th place, so nearly a podium. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a crazy race. The start didn't have the best getaway, but then I just dived up in the inside, and I think I took like 3 guys or something. So yeah, it was very good. From there on, the pace wasn't too bad, just struggling a bit the first lap, but from there on we could keep up with the Ferraris, and basically we were a bit stuck behind the Force India because I mean the straight line speed ahead was quite impressive. But from there on I had a lot of enjoyable battles, especially with Räikkönen. Enjoyed that one a lot. Maybe he didn't, but yeah, surely I did. And from there on, yeah, we didn't make any mistake. We did the right call to switch to slick tires, and I think also the team did a very good strategy.
How difficult was it picking that time to move onto the slicks?
It was very difficult because you don't want to go too early because then you lose a lot of time. So you just want to wait and see if somebody else goes and it's the right time to go. And in the end, I heard over the radio somebody else was on slicks and it was not too bad. I said, okay, now we go.
You had the oldest tyres in the field pretty much in those last few laps of the race. How tough was it hanging on when Sebastian held on to you, got past you I should say? Did you think 4th might leave you as well and you'd start to fall down the order?
Oh, for sure. I was not fighting Sebastian. I was just trying to save the tyres because it was quite a risky move to go with the softs for so long. But we managed it.
2 4th places in your debut season. Was this beyond your expectations?
I think so, yeah. I think also the points we scored, it's quite impressive for the moment. I'm very happy with that, and hopefully we can score some more in the next upcoming races.
It's lights out and away we go, and I think Hamilton got a slightly better start, but Rosberg's not too shabby, and Hülkenberg under pressure there from Felipe Massa, and they almost touch once again, the 2 Mercedes, but Rosberg leads them into turn 1. It is Nico Rosberg from Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen. Then comes Valtteri Bottas and Danny Kvyat, Hülkenberg, and then the Toro Rosso of Max Verstappen. Here goes Verstappen again. This time he's going to have to go around the outside. Perez saw him coming, took the inside line. Verstappen's not going to give it up though, and this time has the inside line going into turn 2. Has he got past Sergio Perez for good? Yes, he has.
I'm seriously losing so much speed on this straight.
Copy that, Max.
Seriously, we have to do something.
Copy that, Max. Just keep calm. Many laps to go.
No, seriously.
Many laps to go. Many laps to go.
Verstappen on Felipe Nasser. Verstappen has got past the Brazilian in the Sauber. Well done to him.
I think probably the man of the race today, certainly the man with the most exciting moves. Talk us through your Brazilian Grand Prix.
It was not an easy one, but I enjoyed a lot of battles because, I mean, I was pushing to get past Perez, but then I also had Grosjean behind me who was attacking. So I didn't have any rest, but I enjoyed all my overtakes, that's for sure.
Which one was your favourite? I mean, because you, on turn one, round the outside, up the inside, didn't seem to matter for you.
I think it was the first one on Checo, because it was very hard to get past because he was just pulling away on the straights all the time. And then he made a little, he was struggling with his tyres, so he had a bad exit out of the last corner. I managed to have a very good one, so it was quite close. And I tried around the outside, and luckily it succeeded. But we touched a bit, but at the end we didn't have any damage. So.
One Grand Prix left to go this season. How much are you enjoying this? How different is it for you compared to F3, compared to karting? Because obviously you're not winning races, but you're seemingly having such a lot of fun and you're impressing so many people.
Well, I mean, I knew that before I started the season that we were not winning races, so you just set your mind on that. Of course, in the future you want to win races, but for the moment I'm very happy where I am. I have still a lot of things to learn, and I think it's good for me, really fighting for points, practice the overtaking, because if you are running first you don't practice it anymore, so it's good to practice it now.
And for the final time in 2015, it's lights out and away we go. Lewis Hamilton has to fend off Sergio Perez, and Perez loses out to Kimi Räikkönen. And there is a Lotus and a McLaren going out at the first corner. Max Verstappen right in the pack as Valtteri Bottas now onto the straight, two abreast, Massa and Kvyat, and there's Max Verstappen coming at them as well. And now into the braking zone, sparks everywhere, cars everywhere, Kvyat goes in on Massa, Sainz holds them both off behind.
Give me any space.
Okay, there is some action ahead, so keep your head down.
He's moving under braking. It's dangerous what he does.
Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen having their own private little battle.
Flat spots, off the box.
Okay, Max, there will be box this lap, box.
As we now see Verstappen on Jenson Button, they're getting in very close indeed, and Jenson Button defends well and forces Verstappen off the track.
He pushed me off the track.
I'm just stood there looking at it, Jensen. They're looking at it.
Definitely left the track. He definitely came back on it ahead of Jenson Button. The stewards have decided he should have given that place.
probably not your best day in Formula 1, but some more great overtaking moves. One that was possibly a little bit over the edge, certainly the stewards thought so. Tell us about your day.
Yeah, it was not my day, but I think the pace was good. It was just a shame I locked up the tyres, so I had to box. And from there on, the whole race was compromised. And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed my overtakes again, but I was a bit driving alone for a long time of the race, so definitely not my day.
Frustrated not to finish the season in the top 10?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the whole season has been great, so one bad race is okay.
No, it really doesn't. I know it's only just at the end of the Grand Prix. You haven't had time to think about it yet, but looking back on this year in Formula 1, are you surprised? What are your emotions looking back on what has been, to everybody here, a really impressive first season in Formula 1?
It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot, especially in the rookie season. Normally it's not that easy to get into F1, and I think we delivered a very strong performance. We had great overtakes. We were 10 times in Q3. I think what is also a good result, despite the engine deficit we have. So I think the whole team, and for myself, I can be also very happy.
You can support this channel on Patreon, patreon.com/floss, select a tier and receive exclusive rewards. Your support is very important to keep creating videos like this. Patreon.com/floss, link available in the description of this video.